Hey folks, it's about 10 o'clock or something. 10:07. Um, Come on, let's go. Um, when I did the intro to the last video, about Jay's fed up or something like that. It's downstairs rendering on one of my computers right now. Um, I was in it and I started. A crow came in. Big crow came up to the trees here and started yakking at me real hard, telling me there was some stuff going on in space that needed to be dealt with. And then, so I knew I'd take care of it as soon as I got finished that video. Went downstairs and finished feeding the animals outside and other stuff. So anyway, I took the time to look at it and need to call Bijou and talk with her. Bijou and Paul are going to do an incredible amount of stuff with our friends in space when you see them, you know. So what's funny is some people will say, "Oh, Jay's talking about aliens in space. It's not true. He can't prove it, so he can say what he wants." Blah 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 blah. And then what happens when they're here and things start happening? I'll be gone, but then what? Then people say, "Well, you know," or they blow it off. You know, um, sometimes people say that they don't have to think that they don't have to be held accountable for their actions. It doesn't work like that. I told you, karma's coming back, and that's nothing that you want to mess with. Anyway, the golden rule: do unto others as you would hope that they might be kind enough to do for you, and if not, heads up. Um, anyway, as soon as the crow started talking, I knew it was about space. I started seeing some stuff, but I had to hurry and get done. That's why I'm gonna try to fly through this video. I got to finish getting this morning done and get to all this packages and put it together and get it out, get it done. 48 hours. I need to have everything done and out, delivered. I'm done with things on the other side. Um, anyway, so went and looked at it, and on the back side of the moon, a little bit off to the side, there's a ship around there. There's some energy, and we were looking at it, and Brigitte and I were talking about it, having fun, and which I love when I do this with everyone. Um, we'll go look at something, see what it is, and you know, like Brigitte and Paul, they have no problem with it. They understand what I'm doing. We'll talk about it, you know, a little this, you know, lead, what's this, what do you see here, and then it's an exercise to do it. And look how strong Paul and Brigitte are. Okay, and I keep changing, I keep getting stronger. You know, this whole thing is a process, folks. Anyway, the awakening thing. So she and I were talking, and sometimes she'll see something that I'm not looking at, and then she'll bring it up, and I said, "Yeah, I see that, and I see this," and you know, it's fun. Y'all will be doing that. Hopefully, y'all will be doing that with your friends that are also awakening together. It's fun, and the more you do it with each other, and you start seeing the same thing, you realize this is real. This is real because it is real. Okay. You'll have everyone saying no, it's not. Not everyone. It seems like everyone is saying no, it's not. No, it's not. If you have two people out of 100 that give you a hard time, it's going to seem like, oh no, it's not real. No, it is real. Okay, that's about having faith in yourself. Anyway, so we're looking at the backside of the moon, and I told her, I said, I'm seeing like representatives from the Earth governments on the moon, and they're also in little transport shuttlecraft, whatever, transport ships, just, you know, not cargo transport, people transport ships, those little triangular things. And the U.S. government knows what's happening. The Russian government, the earthen governments, they know there's stuff going on, okay? They know that the Anunnaki here on this planet, their regime is about to tumble. We had another huge ship come right here by the Earth, um, and is putting everyone on notice. It's like it's not a parking lot, but it's almost starting to look like one. There's a lot of stuff going on in space. They have to spend almost three times the amount of time uh, cleaning the imagery from the Hubble scope right now to take out what's happening. So anyway, um, what's going on is there's another race that Burju and I and Paul we've seen before. They're like Serpoians, but they're taller, bigger, a little more human-like. The heads are kind of thicker, bulkier. They're not more teardrop like the Serpoians are, what people call the Greys. They're different. Again, they have, it's almost like clone-like bodies, and they have different features on their head, but it's not hair. And they're an extremely benevolent race. There's some other people on the ship. They have labs and stuff on their ship. It's like a science ship, and there's a whole bunch of people running around. That ship's here for a reason. It was to take this delegation, so to speak, from the Earth onto the ship, show them around. This is what we have to offer. Okay, change is coming. Nothing's going to stop that. It's going to happen very soon. So this is what we want to put on a silver platter for you. The only problem is, before we give it to you, you're going to have to make some changes. And that's what this video is about. Number one, you're going to have to stop destroying the planet. Chemtrails and everything, that's got to stop. Number two, you have to fix your food source. Okay, you have to fix your food source. And number three, which is really number one, as far as the what the people themselves are doing, personal conflicts, these mini wars going on everywhere. Excuse me, that has to stop. So they all started talking, making a deal here and there, and if you would take out this group, then then we could do this and that, and the folks didn't even flinch. Our visitors, they didn't even flinch. They just looked at them like they hadn't said anything yet, because they really hadn't. And they said, "Here's the offer, folks. There's a lot of the Earth is young. There's a lot of stuff out there. The things that right now are running the planet, they're arrogant, abusive, controlling. They have some major issues. But one thing they're not is totally stupid. These older races out there, if the Earth doesn't join one of the clubs, they're not going to have the protection they need. A small ship from one of these little planets that's been around a long time could take over this planet in no time. Okay? So, a little over a day. One little ship. So, the information goes to the leaders, and they say, well, we don't like this. It takes away our power, blah, blah, blah. But at least we can when they come here, we can glorify ourselves as being the ones that brought peace to the planet, and we will still, take with us whatever we can that really belongs to the planet and everything on it. And that's part of the change that's coming. And it was important for you to know that. If nothing else, it's hope. I've said for a while now, 2012 was supposed to be disastrous. December 21st, 2012 was supposed to be all these horrific things. And a lot of people talked about it, and a lot of people were being told to talk about it. Angels controlling them, their spirit guides bugging them. And then bad stuff was supposed to happen. It was made not to. The original male and female being gone, it didn't happen. So anyway, there's some really good stuff happening right now. The medical advances are going to be incredible. Um, Everything. Fixing the Earth, we're going to have help taking care of Gaia, her body, the planet Earth. But first, the humans have to prove their worth. They fight with each other so much that one of the things our friends were saying, that if you can't work with yourselves better than that, you're not going to be able to. You're not going to work with our group any better than that. So prove what you're worth to the group, or you won't be part of it. They don't want money. They're not saying give us mining rights. They don't think like that. If you look up benevolent, that's what they are. So anyway, especially with my last video being kind of rough, it's nice to be able to put this out. I told you I'm going to feed you all the information I can before I go, and this is something that's going to come to fruition, whatever the word is, soon. You'll see. 2018, 2019 is when things are still scheduled to start happening with our friends, our family in space coming out. So we'll see how that goes. The idea is for it to be as peaceful as possible. Good boy, Herky. How's my buddy, okay? I love you, buddy. Good boy. He it's so nice to see him in a moment like that, scratching and just feeling good. He's having a little rougher time because his heart's going. I got so many boxes over here to ship off, I can't hardly even see them. Got to look around them. They're just in open boxes. I got to pack them up, which I need to do now. Well, folks, there's some neat stuff going on. There's a bunch of stuff like that that's going to come in and out. And Berju and Paul will be riding around on starships. They're not the only ones. I've had a lot of consults with different people where I've talked with you about doing stuff with other folks, that they're hanging around you, and a lot of you can actually see them. Annie, they buzz her all the time. She's had the NSA in her house. That's so funny. Something was done about that just recently. It's incredible what's been allowed to happen. Anyway, so that's all good news. I love good news. It rocks. Even though they have issues and there's problems, the people that are actually involved in doing things here, they understand that they're the ants in a sandbox, okay? And the Anunnaki that have been running this country, but the planet, they're in the way out. This armada that's out there, it ain't going nowhere. It ain't leaving. It's kind of like a tailgate party in the parking lot of a stadium. And the Earth is on the inside of the stadium. The only thing is free food and free parking. No one's leaving. It's going to be like that for a few years. But the pressure's on. The Anunnaki here have some serious issues. A lot of them are already folding a little bit. That's all I can see right now. But the idea is to start tearing away at the Anunnaki grip on this planet. And those chemtrails got to stop. Right, Herky? Chemtrails stop? Is that right? Is that right? You want the chemtrails to stop? And the animals go home too? Yes. Good. Well, okay, yeah, especially that part. I know. I love you, buddy. I got to go. Herc says, hey, Daddy, you got work to do. All right, folks. Love you, man. Take care and see you later.